All right, men. So we're talking about self-confidence today. I'm going to touch on three different tips or ways that I personally build self-confidence or maintain my self-confidence. What comes to mind for you personally when you think about self-confidence? Is it your self-confidence with your body, the way you move, how strong you are, how weak you are, how you feel in your own skin? Is it your self-confidence around finances or relationships? The tips that I will give or what I will recommend that has helped me with my own self-confidence will help you build self-confidence in every area of your life. So it's pretty holistic generally. Now, if you talk to me about what I thought self-confidence was or meant for me personally, 10 years ago when I was younger, I would have just talked about a body image and that was it, okay? Because I was very self-conscious. I had no confidence in my own skin and my own body image, right? I would do things to avoid social situations where I had to take my shirt off, say pool parties or swimming carnivals at school, or just the thought of having to, if I was to meet a girl when I went out night clubbing when I was younger, and if you got lucky and you had to take your shirt off around her or get naked around her, like I would dread those moments, right? And it was shit. For me personally now, the confidence I feel in my own body and the way around my body image, my physicality, the way I move, I feel very, very strong and very confident in my own skin. And that gets me into number one. So I've got three things to share. Number one is regular daily movement is my number one tip personally that helps me feel confident in my own body. And for me personally, daily movement or physical activity, the one thing that makes me feel the most confident is doing jiu-jitsu or MMA. Because learning how to fight, learning how to defend yourself, learning the skill of fighting gives me so much confidence because I am getting strong, but I'm also learning how to kill or be defended or defend myself. And that gives me massive self-confidence. You can understand why, right? If I don't have access to the MMA gym or jiu-jitsu, then the next thing you can do is lift weights. So if you're a man out there who wants to build self-confidence, I recommend you get physical. You get physically strong. If you're not going to be doing MMA, jiu-jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai, let's lift weights or let's do body weight workouts at least to get strong in your own body. That is such a powerful thing to do. To be able to do 10 push-ups, to be able to lift something up off the ground and push it up overhead, to be able to pull your weight up and do a chin-up. This will bring massive self-confidence to yourself. And I understand not everyone can do a 100-kilo deadlift or do 10 push-ups or 10 chin-ups, but let's start where you are. 5 push-ups on the knees. Run. Learning how to run, just learning how to sprint a short distance will bring massive self-confidence in your body. If you think about having to run away from something or even just having the ability to run is massive. The ability to do a push-up, the ability to get up off the ground fast enough. This all builds self-confidence. Number one, regular daily movement, okay? Number two is daily journaling. The one thing I love about daily journaling is the mental space that it creates in my mind and my thoughts. For instance, you've got a lot going on in your life. You've got kids, jobs, mortgages and rent. You're having arguments with your partner, or you've got something coming up. Maybe you've got a wedding coming up, whatever it is. If you can wake up in the morning or before bed or any time during the day, whenever, and write out your thoughts, just scribble, like you're freestyling, just write out, I'm really upset about this, or I'm really feeling good about this, or here's my to-do list, or like, I love this aspect of what happened on the weekend when I went camping. Whatever it is, this is going to really help free up your mental space and your mental chatter. because you've got so much going on. And if you try and maintain it and keep it in your mind and try and process everything in here, it builds up. It really does. And I've had moments where everything becomes too much, where you feel anxious. And I just feel like one way of dealing with it, and personally for me, it really helps, is just writing down what's going on in my life. It can be a negative, it can be a bad thing, it can be a negative thing, it can be a positive thing. But it just creates more space. It's like you can dump it out of here into there, and then you've got more space in here to just think a little more freely. So number 2 is journaling, daily journaling. Do it in the morning, do it during the day, do it at night. It doesn't really matter. I think you should just be doing it. Now, the third one, which I briefly mentioned there with point number 2, is have that to-do list. Now, what I find really helps with the to-do list is this builds self-trust and self-confidence. Because if you have a to-do list, and I don't recommend having any more than 5 things to tick off for your day, 3 to 5 things. If you can go through those 3 to 5 things and get them done, you are building self-trust, therefore you're building self-confidence in your ability to do the things that you say you want to do. And this is huge. If you can start doing the things that you say that you want to do and achieve, this builds confidence, self-trust, and you're obviously going to be achieving goals. So you can see how this is a massive thing to kind of bring everything together. A to-do list that you tick off the things on there that you say you want to do. And the to-do list could have journal, workout, cook a healthy meal, walk the dog, talk to my partner at the end of the day about how our day was. Tick those things off, which are part of the first 2 things I talked about, your exercise daily and your journaling. You've got a winning combination to build self-trust and self-confidence in yourself. And you can see how all these things will help other aspects of your life if it's wanting to build confidence in your finances or your relationships, because your journaling is going to probably have things in it that are to do with your finances, your relationships, or whatever it is in your life that you want to build confidence with. And you can see how your to-do list, it will also benefit everything in your life, because your to-do list will have things on it that you need to do in your life. And once you do those things, you tick them off and you build a lot of self-trust and self-confidence. And exercise and daily movement, we all know it's beneficial for your mental health, your physical health, your blood flow, your repair, your endorphins just get boosted. It's good for your testosterone. It's obviously good for everything. We know why exercise is so good. So that's going to affect everything else in your life. So those are my 3 things that I highly recommend you do on a daily basis to build really good self-confidence. Number 1 is regular movement. Number 2, we're going to be journaling. Number 3, we're going to be doing a to-do list, and we want to try and accomplish those 3 to 5 things every day. I hope this resonates with you. I hope you find value in this video. So please let me know what you think in the comments. One thing I've added on in the description to the video is my free fat loss accelerator blueprint. Now, what this has in it is a workout program, a nutrition plan. It has mindset tips, and it has recovery tips. If you need help with your fat loss, you want to start working out, you want to start becoming a healthier man, download the ebook, download the blueprint now. It's free. Just give me your email. It's all yours. This is going to help you become more confident, going to get you fit, going to get you looking at food differently, going to get you recovering better, going to get you looking at your mindset, and some really good tips there with becoming a little more calmer in your mind. Give it a go. I'd love to hear your feedback. Like, subscribe, comment. Have an excellent day, guys.